They come up in an offset eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And over the middle here, Amaro. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Throwing on third down, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
On first down, it's Newton. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their dual-threat quarterback out of TCU in Fort Worth, Texas. It's Trevon Boykin.
It's interesting to me when I hear people talk about Trevon Boykin's arm, and some people find it a little bit lacking. But the ball comes off of his hand so easily, I think sometimes they're fooled. Kind of reminds me of a pass quarterback in the NFL. Looks like it's just a snap of the wrist, and the ball gets there.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Boykin throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry. Always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Fakes the spike. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
They'll throw on first with Boykin. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, it's Boykin. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. From the gun, it's Boykin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Third and long, it's Newton. Cam fighting, he lost the football, it's out, and the Chicago Bears are in the end zone. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return. return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bears defense now back onto the field. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. To throw on second down is Newton. Throws right side, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
They run the counter now on first down, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play. Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing here, Boykin on first. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Pass interference, defense.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some space here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And on the ground they go with the running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Defense taking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
They're going on 4th. Boykin. This will be caught at the 2. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just a better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 12 yards yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. And a nice job last time. We often hear bend but don't break, and that's what happened. The ball was inside the red zone. They got the stop. Now maybe some momentum to take out onto this drive defensively.
I would think so, and I love when teams get that 4th down stop. I love watching them on the bench, and they're all congratulating each other. You can see the energy. I love to see them come back out on the field. I don't care what we have listed for heights and weights. All of a sudden,
all 7 feet.
Exactly. We've got Paul Bunyan running back out on the field for the next one.
Paul Bunyan, an American icon. Touchdown, Chicago! Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the...
Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He finds some open field here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss Quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with two hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32, and a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Textbook defense. Nowhere to go for the runner. They get there. They make the tackle. Play over.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Here we go on 4th with Boykin. He's got the completion to Strong. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And quickly, they get to the line. Now the rookie Boykin. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 on the pickup. And the Bears are going to get a first. Now Boykin on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Bears defense as they head out to set up shop now. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a second. Secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Amaro's got it, left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and 2, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Muscles him off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Illegal block in the box. Return team. Automatic first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go!
On first down, Boykin escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Every now and then, you hope some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it. But when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let him have that opportunity.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing here, Boykin on first. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Coney Ely in on the tackle.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. On third down, Boykin. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Boykin on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Boykin. Flushed out right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 30 yards there. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll throw on first with Boykin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they're going to speed things up here.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Boykin. Going for it all. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
They'll try and throw for it with Boykin. He's going to go up top. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Time for a break. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is fielded at the 27. There he goes right side. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
And you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On second down, here's Newton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Hey. We got three. Watch the twist. Watch it.
Third and long. It's Newton. And over the middle here, Amaro. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On first down, Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll get 16 yards there. And that leads to a Carolina first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Newton on first down. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's Newton now on second down. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have Dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the...